Good morning. Find a comfortable seat to begin. One that's comfortable, but that of course allows a nice tall spine. Allowing the shoulders to stack over the hips and the eyes to close. Keeping the hands relaxed in the lap, somewhere comfortably. Noting the muscles in the face, core that are supporting the back. The legs and hips, thighs that are relaxed. And you'll note the air entering and exiting throughout the nose. And you'll note the air entering and exiting throughout the nose. On an inhale, the belly will rise, filling with air. And on the exhale, belly contracts to spine, air releases. Breathe that way a few times, filling the belly, allowing the belly to rise on inhale. And contract and release on exhale. Taking just a few breaths, keeping those breaths even. The inhales matching the length of exhales. As you open the eyes, and keep the nice seated posture that you have, being sure the sit bones are rooted into the mat. Maybe you pick the skin up away from the sit bones. And keep the hands again relaxed in the lap. You'll lengthen the spine on inhale, lifting through crown or top of head toward the ceiling. And exhale, gaze to your right, chin to right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, chin to left shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, release air throughout mouth. This time you'll uncross the legs. Find your way to a seated position, keeping the sit bones rooted to the ground, the feet rooted to the mat. You could keep the feet about hips distance apart. Keep the belly pulled in, so the navel pulling in and up toward the spine, and send the arms up on inhale. On exhale, you'll twist right. Inhale up. Exhale, twist left. Keeping core supported, inhale up. Exhale, right. Inhale up. Exhale, left. Come back to the center on inhale. Bring the hands to the knees. I'm engaging the core. Lift the legs off the ground. You can keep the knees bent or straighten the legs. Just keep the hands connected though. We'll make sure the low back is nice and firm here, not rounding. Breathing steadily, take 3 more breaths. On the exhale, cross the legs, plant the hands in front of you, and find your way back to a plank position. In that plank, just go ahead and soften down to the knees and untuck the toes. Keep the wrists under the shoulders, spreading the fingertips wide. You're going to keep the belly pulled into the spine still, and just a neutral neck or gaze at the ground. So we're building a bit of warmth in this plank position, or modified plank. Making sure as the shoulders are over the wrists that they're also kind of pulling the shoulder blades down and into the spine, keeping the chest open. 1 or 2 more breaths. And as you exhale, come back to child's pose, allowing the bottom to come toward the heels, arms to extend in front of you, and if it reaches, head to soften toward the ground or mat. On the inhale, just walk the hands over to your right side, planting the palms or fingertips and bringing a stretch to the left side of body. 2 breaths. And on the next inhale, walk the hands over to the left side, planting the palms or fingertips and bringing a stretch to the right side of the body. 2 breaths. As you inhale, come back to the center, bringing your body up to tabletop position. A few cat-cows, knees under the hips, wrist under the shoulders, gaze ahead. The inhale guides the body up, gazing up as the head and hips reach up. Chest opens. On the exhale, the back rounds, shoulder blades open. So rotating through that cow-cat, inhaling head and hips up. Exhale, rounding the back. Once you start to find your own flow of breath, moving at your own pace, really allow the movements to follow the breath rather than leading with the breath. Take 3 more. Inhales and exhales. And then as you inhale next, returning to a neutral tabletop position, curl the toes under. And then keeping the toes curled under, press back through the bottom, bringing a stretch to the bottoms of feet. Pressing the hands away from the body, giving yourself some traction. And then as you come up, press up to downward facing dog, hips away from hands. Feel free to keep a nice bend to the knees. Just make sure the arms are nice and long, spine is long. Feet and hands are about hips distance and shoulder distance apart. On the inhale, lift the right leg skyward and send the right foot through to the top of the mat. Drop down to the left knee, untuck the left toes, and simply come up to a low lunge here. You can bring the hands to the knee for support, to the ground for support, or up to the ceiling. Keeping the front knee over the ankle, allowing the hips to sink forward a bit to find a stretch in the front of your hip, left hip. Curl the back left toes under. If your hands were down at the ground supporting, please lift them either to the front knee or skyward. See if you can, pulling the belly in and contracting the inner thighs towards each other. Step up to a high lunge, adjusting the stance if needed. On the exhale, twist to the right, bringing arms to a T, gazing to the right. A reversed warrior, lowering the right hand to the left leg, sending left arm skyward. And then rotating the arms to a T, opposite direction, opening to warrior 2. Back foot's parallel to the short side of mat, gazes over front right hand, front knee over ankle. On the exhale, just send both hands toward the top again of the mat. Rotate both feet, so both feet face forward. Front foot is framed by both hands. You can stay supported as much as you need, shin, hands, or fold towards that right front leg. Both legs are straight here, hips and toes face forward. exhale, bend the right knee, set the left knee down, untuck the toes, come back up to that supported lunge in any place. And exhale, bring the hands to the ground. If they're not, just walk the hands back for support and bring a nice flex to that front right leg that straightens out, pulling the right hip back as you stretch the right leg. And then bringing hands back to the front, framing that foot, and exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Again, knees can stay bent or legs straight, or you can find movement if that's better for you. And then inhale, lift left leg skyward, swing the left foot through, plant it to the mat, drop the right knee, untuck right toes, stay supported here with the hands. You can lift the fingertips, support with the knee, or send the arms up. Front knee over the ankle, again, the hips sink forward a bit to bring a stretch to the front of the right hip. To help relieve a bit of the pressure from the back knee, you can slightly contract the inner thighs towards each other. If you can, keeping hands up or hands to the knee, pull the back toes under and find your way up to a high lunge. Again, adjusting the stance if needed. Again, on the exhale, you'll twist to the left, rotating from the upper body. Lower that left hand to the right thigh for just a bit of support. And take a reversed lunge here, reverse warrior lunge, lifting the right arm skyward. And then rotating the arms to the opposite direction into a T, opening the back foot so that it's parallel to the back of mat, front heel to back arch. Gaze over left fingers. On the exhale, hands release towards the mat. Again, you'll lift that back foot so both feet face forward, straightening the legs. You can keep the hands to the ground, to the fingertips to the ground, to the shin for support, wherever you reach comfortably, folding when you're ready if it's comfortable over that front left leg. Again, both legs are straight, legs are about hips distance apart. Both feet and toes facing forward. On the exhale, go ahead and bend the front knee. You'll lower down the right knee, untuck the right toes. Come back up to that low lunge position. And as you exhale, release the hands to the ground, and then just walk the hands back for support, bringing a stretch to the left leg, flexing the left foot, pulling the left hip back. And hands walk back to the top, framing the left foot. Curl the right toes under, press back to downward facing dog. One or two breaths. Inhales, equal length of exhales. And the exhale, just soften down to both knees. Cross the ankles behind and come to a seated position. Bringing the legs in front of you, and then finding a a distance that's comfortable with the legs opening as wide as is possible. Go ahead and grab the hand, or use the hand to grab the skin, lift it up and away from the sit bone, rotating the pelvis here to tilt forward rather than back to round under. So just relax the legs, bring a few circles to the ankles. And just take a few stretches to the sides, holding first and then sort of alternating for movement. So inhale, lengthen both arms up. And exhale, drop the right hand to the right leg. Left arm is skyward. You can keep the toes up, keeping a slight flex to the feet. Keeping the chest and body open to the sky. And inhale back up to the center. Keeping that length, exhale, left hand to left leg. Again, the chest is open to ceiling or sky. Inhale back up to center. And using your own breath at your own pace, you'll exhale and fold over one side. So folding over the right side. Inhale up to the center, find length. Exhale, rotate the body, fold over the left. And you can fold as much or little as comfortable. Just take a few moments, moving as fast or slow as you like. Inhaling to the center, exhaling to fold over the right leg. Coming back up to the center when you're ready, exhaling to fold over the left leg. Staying as long as you like in each place, just take a few moments to do what's best for you. Maybe you hold over one leg, maybe you do switch. Maybe you move faster or slower than I. Whenever you complete, please bring both legs in together and just take a relaxing fold forward, keeping the feet relaxed, head, neck relaxed, arms relaxed, jaw relaxed. And as you find your way back up on inhale to a seat, please allow the feet to come in front of you and the hands to come to the sides. So go ahead, if you have any sensitivity in your wrist, you'll use your knuckles instead. You can use your knuckles anyway. Making a fist here, thumbs outside the knuckles or fingers, and placing the knuckles on the mat as if they were your wrists. So the knuckles are underneath the shoulders and the hands are facing inward. You're going to keep the legs straight but separate the feet apart a few inches. Take a deep breath in, fill the belly, lungs. And on exhale, push into the heels first, lift the hips and bottom up to the ceiling. So as you do come up, the knuckles are under the shoulders and can bring a nice lift or 45-degree angle to the body, opening the chest. You might feel a little tension in the sides of the shoulders, but no pain. Not wanting pain, of course. One more breath. And exhale, lower the bottom back down to the ground. Just give the hands or wrists a few circles, shakes. And then keeping the bottom here, lower the elbows down to the ground. So the elbows will now be underneath the shoulders. Hands can be relaxed to the ground here. You can shimmy the feet and low back down toward the front of the mat, making sure you can feel the sacrum or backbone nice and flat to the ground here. You can just Relax here. If you have any issues with your neck, you'll keep the neck just neutral, supported. If you like, you can allow the head to fall back. And if you want to expand the opening in the chest, you might draw the elbows a bit closer together, or shoulder blades rather closer together. Maybe elbows if they were too wide. So the shoulder blades come into the spine and the chest can expand and the head can relax. Being careful with your own neck and body, keeping the legs relaxed. Finding an equal part breath. If your head was back, slowly lower or lift it up and then come down into the back completely. Draw the knees into the chest. Just pulling them gently toward the body. And then go ahead and extend the left leg to the end of the mat, keeping the hands or fingers interlaced around the right knee. And then you'll allow the right arm to extend out to the side. Use the left hand over the right knee to twist across the body. Once you have that twist, turn the gaze the opposite direction towards your right hand, right side. On the inhale, bring both knees back to the chest, hands around the legs. Just rock side to side for a moment. And you'll keep the fingers interlaced around the left knee, extending the right leg out. Draw the left arm to the side, keep the right hand over the left knee, and go ahead and twist to your right this time. Twisting after you're twisting, turning the gaze to the left, opposite the knee. Still taking deep, full breath. Back to the center on inhale. Again, just rock side to side gently. And as you exhale, release the feet and the legs to the ground. Another option is to keep if you have any low back pain, you can keep the feet to the ground and knees skyward. You can also bring the soles of feet together and open the knees wide. Any one of those places to relax. Allowing the hands to be any place that's comfortable. The arms can be to the sides, hands can face up, face down, can be in your belly or chest. And you'll take a few moments here to observe the body, drawing attention to the toes, feet, shins and thighs, knees, noticing them relaxed, supported by the ground. Low back, upper back, shoulders, arms, elbows, hands, everything supported by ground or body. Eyes closed, eyelids heavy, jaw is relaxed. Forehead or space in between the eyebrows is relaxed. Continue to allow the air to enter through the nose, filling the belly. And exiting through the nose, belly contracts. Breathe on your own, allowing the air to enter and exit on its own natural pace. Begin to deepen the breath, so just lengthen the inhale a little bit. Lengthening the exhale a little bit too. Keeping the eyes closed if you can. Slowly draw the body up to a seated position, taking your time. Coming to a seat, cross-legged seat, or any comfortable seat. Allowing the spine to sit tall, shoulders stacked over the hips. Relaxing the hands, arms, and lap. Noticing in the inhale that you're creating greater space in the body, that you've already created greater space in the body with your practice. And the exhales can be free to release anything not needed with you. Inhaling to create space and exhaling to release something. As you open your eyes softly, bring your palms together at heart center. Lower the head to the hands, just honoring the practice. Namaste. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and hope to see you soon. Thank you.